Here's a small AM/FM stereo cassette recorder from 1985 and Sanyo. This is the M6900. Very similar to a lot of the other little mini boom boxes around in that era. And I think this also came in blue and red. It's simply plastic painted a silver. We have 3 or 4 inch speakers on the front, a couple of internal mics. There is no microphone input for this. You can only record from the radio or from the condenser mics. Here's our cassette well. We have a tape counter. Identifies it as AC/DC, Sanyo. Our FM and AM dials. I like how every other FM number is a smaller font, the same as the AM dial. We're on megahertz and kilohertz scale. Up at the top we have our volume, balance, and tone controls. Going to tape turns the radio off. A standard complement of cassette functions. Our radio band selector and our tuning dial. At the top we have our handle and telescoping antenna. Around the left side we have an earphone jack. Nothing on the right. And on the back we have our manufacturing data. The M6900, made in China. We have a spot for the power cord and a spot for 5 C cells. I found a website that says this was made in '85. I don't know if that 05 would indicate that or not. It's a reasonable assumption, I guess. I don't know why there's a little window there. It shows the spring for the farthest left battery. It's got to be there for a reason. Then there's a battery diagram for your 5 C cells. I think that weird numbering order 2, 4, 5, 3, 1 shows the sequence in which you should place the batteries. Maybe to make it the easiest so they don't pop out and everything gets in tight or something. It's probably just an instruction. I can't imagine what else it would be for. So let me get some power to this and we'll try it out. Alright, we're plugged into AC power. We're set on FM stereo. Let's turn the radio on. Right and left speaker check. Tone high and low check. Volume check. Of course I had to clean the pots when I got this. It was terrible. But they cleaned up all right.
We knew it all along. How did it come so far?
Okay, that's probably enough for an FM check. How about AM?
Start thinking about what the end is going to look like as opposed to what finishing the basket is going to.
changed. I was truly lighter. The burden was off.
I wonder if I can get double LW today, Cincinnati.
Like,
Oh, music on AM, that's unusual.
bestsellers. It all starts Friday. Get half-price books. He's got folks on.
Yeah, it's WLW in Cincinnati, a couple hundred miles from me. It's usually the best I can do around here on my reception. Okay, AM works, FM works. Let's find some cassettes and see what we can do. Alright, let's see how it plays a pre-recorded cassette. Guess I better switch to cassette, huh?
Imagine me and you, I do. I think about you day and night. It's only right to think about the girl you love and hold her tight. So happy together.
Okay, so that's the sound of a pre-recorded cassette. Let's try and dig up a blank cassette and see what some recordings would sound like. Alright, we've got a blank tape here. There might be some stuff on it, but I don't care. Let's test some recording of the two condenser mics here. I'm about 16 or 18 inches away. Alright, I guess when we get past the leader we'll find out on playback. Alright, I'm about 1.5 feet away from the two condenser mics here on the Sanyo M6900. We're going to test the recording quality of these. Unfortunately, this Sanyo machine does not have capabilities for an external microphone to be added. So we're stuck with the condenser mics. Let's play it back and hear what it sounds like. That's the leader, we'll find out. Playback. Alright, I'm about 1.5 feet away from the two condenser mics here on the Sanyo M6900. We're going to test the recording quality of these. Unfortunately, this Sanyo machine does not have capabilities for an external microphone to be added. So we're stuck with the condenser mics. Let's play it back and hear what it sounds like. Well, it sounded like crap. Maybe I was too far away, but that sounded a whole lot like a DC bias machine to me. I noticed there's no beat switch on here, so that could be it. Now let's try recording something off the radio.
In the policy, my kid's fortunate whenever they're sick, but
all right. At least we got something with a little music. So we'll hear if the recording from the internal radio is better than that condenser mic situation. I did try once to do a recording on here using the little fast forward trick to hear if I could hear the AC bias tone on playback, and I didn't. But I've had trouble with that before where I know I'll have an AC bias machine and I still don't hear that tone, so that could be operator error. But I tried that test here and did not get it. So I'm thinking this is probably a DC bias machine, as crappy as that sounded. And This should be the radio then. The radio recorder.
Just hold on tight to me, girl. Sex you back, sleep, girl. Rock you back. Then I woke you. Ain't sorry about the sex you back, sleep, girl.
Well, that doesn't sound as bad. I think I might have had a little wobbly radio reception there. That made some of that warble a little bit. That sounded a lot better than the condenser mics. So, but overall this is a very nice little unit for what I'm going to use it for. It's in excellent cosmetic condition, radio works fine, plays back pre-recorded cassettes just fine. I don't see myself ever needing to use a condenser microphone and probably not recording off the radio. I just don't do that anymore. But playing back pre-recorded tapes and a radio, it's excellent. I'll probably just maybe even leave this here on my workbench as my workbench radio. So that's the Sanyo M6900 from 1985. AM FM stereo cassette recorder. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Bye.